Welcome to our Wednesday presentation of Walking with John through his gospel in this season of Lent. Today's reading takes us to a second segment of the miracle of the feeding of the 5,000. We're in John chapter 6, verses 10 through 15. Jesus said, "Make the people sit down." Now there was a great deal of grass in the place, so they sat down, about 5,000 in all. Then Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed them to those who were seated. So also the fish, as much as they wanted. When they were satisfied, he told his disciples, "Gather up the fragments left over so that nothing may be lost." So they gathered them up, and from the fragments of the 5 barley loaves left by those who had eaten, they filled 12 baskets. When the people saw the sign that Jesus had done, they began to say, "This is indeed the prophet who is to come into the world." When Jesus realized that they were about to come and take him by force to make him king, he withdrew again to the mountain by himself. And so the miracle ensues. Have the people sit down, Jesus says. This is not a fast food restaurant. 5 barley loaves and 2 fish in hand, but God-sized hospitality. Come, sit, be comfortable. Nourishment is on its way. Not just a taste. Eat till you are full. My friends will serve you. This is not a buffet. There are no lines. The men ate, the women ate, the children ate. And when it was all over, there were leftovers, abundant leftovers. It was not lost on the crowds what Jesus had just done. They saw in his works the one who had been promised. A work of God had been done in their midst, and so they pursued him. But God had more for Jesus to do, a greater work still for the salvation of the whole world. Jesus slipped away further up the mountain to gaze on God and have God gaze on him. In the silence of the night he went, alone. Let us take some time alone to be with this reading from the Gospel of John. You know, I often think to myself, Lord, I don't want to be with you just because of what you can give me. I don't want to be with you because of the bread or because of the fish, and that's a really tricky thing, to want God alone for God's sake and not in particular for things that he can do for us. So this is our intention for today, Wednesday, the 11th. Simply withdraw and give thanks. I do, in fact, hope you'll find time to do that today, to be with God, to rejoice with him, to have fellowship, and just to draw near. Thanks for being with us. Look forward to being with you again tomorrow. Be at peace.